Key players pretty much irrelevant, really, because Isaac's not even starting. And he's like, no. Good talking point. Yeah. You run down City 1 because you're with the pronunciation, and I'll do Kingborough.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll do it when the refs come out. Hello and welcome to Lightwood Park for this prelim round of 5 of the Australia Cup, aka the quarterfinals of the Lakoseljac Cup between Kingborough and Launceston City. My name's Alex Mummery, alongside me is Tanner Code. Thank you for joining us this evening. Lovely twilight or afternoon down here at Kingston. Should be a tasty matchup between two pretty evenly matched teams. Really big match to get through to the semis. Tanner, how do you see this one?
Yeah, this is going to be a real tough test for Launceston, I think. Coming in, obviously, they're 5th on the ladder, but with Kingborough being 4th. They did play each other a couple of weeks ago here, and that was a 2-1 result to Kingborough. But it could be a very interesting turn of events for City today. I have a feeling we just might see something.
Yeah, they're a team that's in form. They've taken points off Devonport this season away. They've just beaten Clarence 2-1. Really the only blip to their season has been this loss to Kingborough, so I think they'll be fired up and ready to go to right that wrong here today. We'll have some more discussion points in a minute. We'll just quickly run through the lineup so the teams line up. We'll take you through the away team in white first, Launceston City, with captain, well actually the captain is Joel Stone, but Lockie Clark in goals, co-captains this evening. Joe McShane Jack Woodland in the midfield with Mac Wilcox, 2 young players for Launceston City. Mana Yongtun, who's also slotted into that midfield this year. Cameron Jeffrey, Joel Stone, the veteran, a very experienced cup campaigner. Will Humphrey, a very impressive centre-back for them. Akwasi Agyekum, Daniel Latinovic, and Terry Swaby, who has been on absolute fire with his goal-scoring form this season. Tony, you want to take us through the Kingborough lineups?
So with goals, we have Masatoshi Kwano. Interesting that he will be replacing the previous keeper, Isa Azi, is it?
Yeah, Azizi. I think that's a big talking point that we'll get to today. I've seen Kwano a few times in the Cup, and he's been very impressive. So looks like Kingborough are going for a proper Cup keeper.
Yeah. Running down the line, we have Eli Wright, Matthew Hess, Greg Downs, Jacob Hugheslet. Kobe Kemp will be wearing the captain's armband today. Noah Mees, Eli Lapner, Otto Swartz, Keenan Dowse, and Fred Hess.
Yeah, so a very settled lineup there for Kingborough, you'd have to say. They are a team that has, well, really pushed the top contenders over the last probably almost year now. Been in really good form and very settled side. So will be a big game today. I think should be a ripping contest between Launceston City could be the Kingborough of last year for this season. That's my prediction anyway. I think they're a really good side, and Kingborough have potentially pushed themselves to the next level. I think this will be a good litmus test to see where both teams are at.
Yeah, it certainly will. Kingborough have been consistently inconsistent in the last couple of years. Just when it does come to the bigger games, they do tend to fold, but let's hope that we see something a little different from the home side today. Absolutely.
Big game here today, and we are underway here at Lightwood Park, and Humphrey will send it straight up the line for Thierry Swaby, and his first touch doesn't find Wilcox, who's playing in fullback, and Latinovic now. He'll send it long. So big diagonal balls from City so far. Agyekum getting on the ball. First time today, and get a bit of an overlap from McShane. We'll go down the line to Agyekum, showing that pace. Good turn. Little ball inside. Woodland's in area, and just evades him.
Eli Wright now just getting muscled off the ball, holding it temporarily. Greg Downs now sends it long. No options presenting at this moment.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a cagey start, very direct start here. And Humphrey, he'll go direct again, and he'll go long, looking for Wilcox. Little poke through, and it'll get through to Swaby, showing that pace again. Woodland in the area, and it'll go through Schwartz, and now Hess. Will he send it long? And he does. Goes direct into Wright. He's come into the team today for Alex Brown. I think that's another talking point, another little tweak for the Kingborough lineup. Alex Brown being in fantastic form this season. Yes, no, it certainly has. Alex has certainly done well this season, coming over from South Hobart, now getting his NPL break. But Eli Wright is a great player in his own right as well, so good to see him getting his spot. 2 young players, I think, are battling for that position, and I think definitely got some potential there, as Humphrey, again, looking to pick a pass, and he can't, and Hess will go for it, and now it's back to Matt Hess. Matt Hess will send it wide, and now it will be Eli Wright. Right. Now back to Gregory Downs. Downs back to Swartz. Noah Mees. Right. Kobe Kemp calling for the ball in the midfield. Directs the through ball down. Down to Hess. Now down to Keenan Dowse. Dowse is running that one out. One thing I have noticed early, Alex, is Launceston are looking like they're going to utilise the long ball. They will have the pace on those wings, and they're looking to release on that. Yeah, 100%. I think Will Humphrey has a beautiful left boot, one of the best in the top division of Tasmanian football, and with Swaby and Agyekum using that width, and I think they'll need to. Joel Stone, in his advanced years, will say, I'm probably not too much younger than him, goes in towards Stone now. Big sliding challenge, as he is wont to do, and that'll be something they'll have to manage a little bit today, is that sliding challenge of Joel Stone. Referee Stratus Pomerleau is just not taking any issues there to begin us with. Yeah, I think he's going to keep a close eye on Stone, just having a little bit of a listen back in the background here. Has been a really good atmosphere down here at Lightwood Park thus far, and Hess gets on the run. tries to get pulled back. There's a bit of a shirt tug. I don't think they've pulled it up for a free kick. Hess would go back into Schwartz and back in up to the top. Kemp will shoot now and he'll deflect into the arms of Lockie Clark.
Lockie Clark's really going to have to be the key for City today. A very proven goalkeeper the last couple of years. City very lucky to retain him though.
Yeah, he's been an absolute stalwart of the club, and they've been very lucky to have him. Made a great save the other week in the reverse fixture of this tie. Here is Woodland, and he'll poke it through towards Stone. A lovely little flick, a classic Joel Stone flick, and a classic Hugh Sloot slide challenge to meet it.
One of the most crafty players in the NPL in recent history, Joel Stone, former MVP. Just giving a quick hug to Greg Downs there, saying that I'll be on your toes all day, mate.
Yeah, he's got a real big bag of chips. There's another example. Swabi in the area. Go through, big shout, not given. And it'll come back out through Hess.
If I'm honest, I think there was more of a shout from the City bench more than the players, but that's just us.
One thing I've heard about City and what you can hear listening on the live streams, haven't seen them in person yet, is they do have a very vocal bench. His right will go down the line.
Well, with former NPL goalkeeper Nate Pitchford and Daniel Sison, two NPL champions, that does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, definitely want to, play their team and also probably put pressure on the referees as well, if I'm being honest. So it's been a nice little tempo to this game. I think, again, two evenly sides trying to play similar type of football. He's right. Kemp with the one-touch pass.
Now Hess, just being held up the ball temporarily, looks to find Lupner. Lupner, not too sure what he was trying to find on that.
Yeah, again, looking for that deep ball and doesn't find the target at all. Again, we've got a bit of a junior contingent here from City, actually.
Yes.
The trip down the highway. So
yes, we certainly
they've brought their fans in. I don't know if they were out at one of the little cup competitions that have been on this weekend, or they just come down to support. Good to see, though, either way, from the City faithful. And we'll just get it spread back out wide to Wilcox here. Ever improving NPL level. That's a tremendous ball. Jeffrey's on the ball here. He'll try and turn through Downs, and Downs a little bit too strong for him, and he'll just knock it out of play.
That was a fantastic ball to Jeffrey, though. Jeffrey looking dangerous up the wings already.
Yeah, he's an interesting little player. New to City this year, at least playing early last season, and just trying to evade the ever-loving challenges of Joel Stone, and you can see Downs and Stone into each other. Now Schwartz will earn that free kick. As I was saying, I think they've got new look midfield this year. Joel Stone's playing striker this season, so he's not in the engine room. They've got Woodland, who was in there last year, and then they've got Jeffrey and Yong Tun, who both, from what I've seen, have been very impressive early in the season.
It's going to be a fantastic matchup, Greg Downs versus Joel Stone.
Yeah, I think that's a good physical matchup, and also very experienced campaigners, very wily players, aren't they?
Absolutely. As Massa now drives down the defensive line, finds Lupner. Lupner just sends a looping through ball. Has found the feet of Kemp, but that is well defended by City.
Well, good piece of defence, and Humphrey getting out of trouble now. And he'll drive it up the line. And Shane. Big sliding challenge from Yong Tuan. Another big challenge. The challenges are flying in thick and fast as Stone goes for that one, and she gives him a hug on the way out. So that's going to be a physical matchup. As the two players who love the physical aspect of the game, already got some edge to this one.
I can feel the tempo. Like, you're just seeing the tackles coming in already. This is going to be a good match.
Yeah, they're flying in here today, and I think the crowd are adding something to it with the City chant and the Lions Ultras behind the goals. They've been there all season, to be fair to them. They've come to every game, and it's a lot of the away games as well, which has been really good to see. Here's Hess now, and he'll knock it through to Mees, and Mees will just get blocked off by Woodland, and as Woodland does so well, just those little retaining kind of possession moments. You just see him kind of control that midfield. Almost an anonymous type of player, but he does so much for midfield. As Agyakum comes through, he'll find Swabi now. He's scored some fantastic goals in this sort of situation. He doesn't get the turn this time, and he'll just poke it through, and controlled by Kawano.
Dangerous signs for City already, though. Looking very threatening.
Yeah, I think they've had a bit better of the possession so far, and I think that their energy that they brought in. They must have just been like pumping the tunes on the bus down the Midlands. Something similar, that they're just got a very good tempo, especially through this midfield. They're putting a lot of pressure in. You can see Lakoseljac, one of the centre-backs, coming right up. And here's Humphrey now. And he almost gets sacked by Cody Kemp, but just able to squeeze it out. And McShane will knock it wide. And Agikum here.
Just holding up the wing here. Now Joel Stone. Both players are both falling for the ball on the side. Oh, that's a lovely turn. Now worked down.
Lovely bit of feet there from Lakoseljac, and now Wilcox. He loves to get on his bike and be an attacking fullback, and here he goes overlapping. Can he get past Downs? Downs does well for now, and just send it out for a throw-in. It's a bit of a mismatch there in terms of pace, but you can see Downs has the physical edge there. So,
and he does have the experience as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Wilcox has a lot of talent, one who will have a very long career in the NPL if he wants to keep playing, and we'll just get it back out to Wilcox now and really send a little ball through looking for Swaby. Poke it back inside, but Joel Stone made a slightly different run to what Swaby wanted, and we'll go back towards Hess now.
Hess now back to Eli Lutner. Lutner to Hess. Hess just quickly having a look around for options. Keenan Dowse just almost waited for the ball to be released, but there was nothing doing, as City will now reset through to Lockie Clark.
Clark goes long and not on, but it'll get controlled again by the Lions defence. And just now, it's been hammer and tongs first 10 minutes or so, and it's just settling down now. They're just trying to get a bit of possession here. Press will come, and Kemp will swing it into Jeffrey in the end. He'll turn it over, and that will go very high off the boot of Joel Stone.
It's a lovely header away there by Downs.
Yeah, well won by Downs. And
geez, that was very close to the face there of Mac Wilcox, Eli Wright.
Yeah, just a little bit of physicality, but nothing untoward in the end. They've got away with it, and there we go. A little break trying to be played through by Hess, and now City on the break. They don't have much in behind yet, so Swaby will get it, and he'll isolate Downs again. Run through comes from Jeffrey. No hint of offside from the linesman. Low ball in, looking for Stone, and Schwartz tracks back well.
Schwartz will now go to Wright. Wright just happy to slow down the play. You can sense the urgency, though, coming from Kingborough, as they've now just tried to settle. Now to Lutner. Lutner happy to go back to Hess.
Yeah, it's just another bit of period of control here for Kingborough. You can see that fans get into find their voice again. Fred Hess is playing this, and he's sort of all over the park, and overlapping here as a left kind of winger almost, but he's sort of playing a bit of a free role tonight.
Yes.
Mees will try and bring it through there.
Yes, no, that's very right. He definitely did switch it up a little bit, now just coming down onto our flank.
He's played as a inverting fullback this season, and it looks like he's just playing as an advanced midfielder with his brother here, Matt Hess. He will just control as a holder, and that will go as a direct pass into Kobe Kemp. Little feet, 1-2 with Mees, pokes it through again, and Humphrey will clear.
Humphrey just back down to Hess. Hess now to Eli Lutner. Lutner sends it into the Keenan Dowse direction. Blocked off well by City, as City will now push forward. That's well cleared there by Jacob Hugheslet. Now to Hess. Hess to Hess.
We have a Hess connection there. I think that was a lovely little bit of interplay from Kingborough. A few good one-touch passes. Kobe Kemp almost sending himself through off the bounce with Mees, and they'll try and work it through again. And so Keenan Dowse out on the far side there. He's just making a galloping run forward. Again, that touchline width that he always has his heels on the touchline. He'll take the throw, and he'll go long, and it's away by Lakoseljac. Swaby now, can he get into space? And he's cut off well by Matt Hess.
Very good tackle there by Hess. Now feeds through to Wright. Now down to Hess again. Kingborough just resetting the play, as Lutner will now send it long into the direction of Noah Mees, former City striker, now against his former club.
Well, it's another dimension I hadn't really thought of. He's been down at Kingborough for so long, but really made his name at Launceston City throughout the formative years of what was termed the NPL. Really prolific scorer. He's evolved into a slightly different player, I think, over the years. Just trying to be a bit more of a physical hold-up player. But back in his youth, he could turn players with ease, and he was a very exciting player to watch. And still banging them in for Kingborough this season. And Hugh Sloot will control the 50-50 ball. Hess will send it out to Downs, and Downs up to Hess. So he again found that wide area. Here's Mees again. And he'll go through to Schwartz.
Otto Schwartz now just working down. That will be up for a corner.
Yeah, a little deflection there, and he's not able to find enough space to find a cross, and Keenan will come over to take this corner from the other side of the pitch. And he'll set it up, and it'll go long to the back post, and Hugh Sloot's in the area. Kingborough have been a very threatening set-piece team this season. They've put a few away. Eli Lutman scored. He scored in the last game against City, actually, but he's also scored in other games as well as a set-piece threat. But they've also got Mees, who's knotted quite a few of Keenan Dowse's corners home too. So that will be a threat today for Kingborough.
Yes, no, it certainly will be. Noah Mees definitely needs to have his scoring shoes on today. Keenan Dowse will have to run up the wing and try to get in that service to him.
They go through now, and then a lovely little back pass from Schwartz, and away by Wilcox.
One thing I'm noticing is Launceston are taking it more aggressively to Kingborough at the moment. You can feel the intensity in their challenges.
Yeah, they kind of don't have quite as much possession, but these physical challenges are coming in. I think, knowing the character and the player that Daniel Sison was, I think he'll be wanting to make sure that stays the case, that they're putting those challenges in.
100%.
They're sticking with that sort of defensive, almost first mindset. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but they're making sure it's a big aspect of their game.
One thing I do remember from Daniel Sison's days was back, I believe it was in 2018 in the NPL season. It was a frantic 2-2 draw with Hobart Zebras and Devonport Strikers. Sison got the 94th minute equaliser, and boy did he let the Zebras know by that one. I've got a classic Polaroid photo of that exact moment.
Oh, lovely Polaroid. The cross doesn't find its mark, and Kingborough will try and sustain some of this pressure. They've definitely got on top here just over the last 5 minutes or so. City haven't been making it easy for them, but City haven't really had the same sort of possessions. The deep ball comes in, right's in there, and go away by Humphrey again, and will just hook it out wide. Another dangerous long ball. And not finding any space to play these little passes out of this area, but the other option, the long ball, that almost came off. It almost hit Eli right on the chest.
As Keenan Dowse will now send the ball long. Direction of Kemp. Kemp is happy to get it back to Noah Mees. Mees bullied off the ball as he now somehow found Hess. Hess now down to Wright. Wright just taken out under pressure there. That's well done there by City.
Yeah, Wilcox will get it to Stone now, and Stone will just try and release the pressure. It's all Kingborough at the moment. That's a very long ball. The Hugh Sloot says, "Thank you very much, I'll head that one back." And Stone trying to get through, and Hess just directing traffic in there, trying to get Eli Wright to make sure he's putting the pressure on properly.
One thing I did notice is Hess said, "You're more quicker than him" to Joel Stone. So
Yeah.
Eli might take him on his bike later today. We'll have to see what happens.
Well, we'll see about that. I think Stone, quick of feet and quick of thought, that can also matter just as much in football. And I think that's the example there of just that veteran instinct winning that ball. But it will be a Kingborough throw, and Hess will play it back to Downs, and Downs will swing it in. It's a bit of a dangerous ball. Almost a touch on it from Kobe Kemp. Clark, steady, kept his position well. And City now will go out the other side. Agyakum. It's been impressive on the ball so far. Hasn't had a lot of it, and he doesn't necessarily want to pass it yet. But he will find Yongtun. A little pop-up back for Woodlands.
That's a risky pass there by City, though, just to reset that play.
Yeah, I think just Woodland knocking that one around the corner. Wasn't sure where Mees was, and just thought, "Whoop, let's just go around the corner." Saw him late. But yeah, they're now they just haven't necessarily been able to release these quick wingers. Here goes the longish ball from Humphrey, and it will go out from Kemp, and Shane will retain. Now Mees is on the back of Humphrey.
As Mac Wilcox is now calling for the ball on the wing.
Yeah, good overlap from Wilcox. Goes the other way though. That's a big, long, high ball. And Lutmer and Hughesloot, again, they love that sort of thing. They're happy to just to mop those up. And now Kingborough on the bike. Mees will go, and he'll go around the corner and just get blocked off. And does get held by Humphrey, but it goes long. And Hess is in space now. Can he take it on his left? Goes for the volley, it slices it away. Much too tight at an angle. I don't think he had a real good opportunity to knock it back in the middle. But good counter-attacking opportunity from Lions there.
Yes, it certainly was. Hess not afraid to go for it then. I think he had a bit of a shake of his head to himself that I probably wasn't going to score that one, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he was in just such a difficult area. So just having a listen to Pitchford here, who's barking out some orders. I think he's not happy with the amount of long balls that City are knocking at the moment. They're very high, very easy for the Lions defenders to deal with at the moment.
Absolutely, as now Kingborough just happy to reset the play. This is dangerous though with the pace of Swaby just there lurking, as well as Yuntung. It's not personally a tactic I would have done.
Yeah, they're turning it over in the midfield there though, and there's Woodlands combining well with Jeffrey, and here is Yongtun now. They're trying to release Swaby. They're very cognizant of him, and it will go to Woodlands.
Woodland now back down to the left flank, finds the feet of Joe McShane.
Come running through again. An advantage play, good step over, low ball in and well away to McShane again. Yongtun with a touch, he'll shape to shoot and hit it well, but into the arms of Kawano, outstretched arms of Kawano in the Kingborough goal there.
That was good attacking play there by Lonnie. They were definitely putting on the pressure. I did notice the hand on the side there from Aquasi, but the advantage was paid. Probably would have preferred a free kick though, to be fair.
Oh yeah, they got a good shot out of it. I think they would be happy with that, but yeah, he's got some legs over there. Got some good wheels on the left flank for Launceston City. Lakoseljac, big sliding challenge coming in. That was from Jeffrey, and it will get held up, and they'll get a mouthful from the Lion supporters as well for his efforts. I think no cheese yet. I think Stratos happy to just let the players play for now. You know, I think if there's too much of that, he will start to bring out the cards.
Oh, absolutely. Not afraid to dish them out when it's needed, as now Eli Lutner. Just again, Kingborough resetting the play. I will never understand it, Alex. Why don't you just go forward? It's just a risky game when you've got pacey wingers.
Yeah, they go direct here. So just setting it back up. And
commentator curse.
And here comes Kemp. It's a decent ball and nodded in the air by Dowse, and Clark will come and take that. He's incredibly good under that high ball. I don't know what the Kingborough fans are yelling about there. That was as clean as you like from Lockie Clark.
No.
City will now try to attack, and Swaby will just find his feet. It goes around the back of him. He's trying to overcomplicate it maybe slightly, Thierry Swaby. He's got some fantastic goals, some real highlight reel stuff, but maybe just trying to overdo it on that occasion.
As now Launceston will now come back into the field. Now down to the feet of Wilcox. Wilcox just sends in a low ball. They'll go out for a corner. There's one thing I will notice about Swaby. Rob Shaw from the Examiner has actually had an interview with Syson. He actually referred to him as a player like Thierry Henry. That's what Syson has said.
Yeah, I mean,
similar play.
Drifting in off the flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same stature, but pacey winger. Look, I'm happy to lean into it for the sake of the NPL. And Humphreys. A few centre-backs in the league come up to take corners. Now after my own heart there, here's Joel Stone. He'll get it short and go back to Humphrey. Will he hit it? Goes low. Blocked away by Hess there. Good little set play from City. Just looking to tee up Humphrey on his left foot. And I think City have just got that message from their bench just to chill out a little bit, playing a little bit less direct, and I think that's paying off. They're just were early on just really trying to find any holes in the Kingborough defence. They couldn't find anything.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. As now Launceston will now take the corner. The harmonicas are playing from the Lightwood hill. Not too sure how that's classed as intimidation, but on we go. Header does go wide, much to the delight of that hill.
Yeah, got some vuvuzelas up there, all sorts. As I said, really good to see the supporters out. Nice evening atmosphere. Good conditions for soccer. No wind to speak of at all. Very comfortable temperature. I'm not freezing too much down here on the sideline, so I imagine for playing that is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. As now Lupner again resets the play now down to Hess. As the City juniors now making a bit of noise. Hughes, he faked the pass there to right, but he ended up going to Downs. Don't mind a bit of that out of the playbook, as City will now reset.
Swaby will play it through to Yongtun. Can he get on his bike? And Downs been very busy in this first half, but he's dealt with everything that's come.
With Joel Stone, and now with Yongtun now on his bike.
Yeah. Swaby lurking out there. I think one thing you were talking about earlier is like want Kingborough to play a little bit quicker. That City aren't pressing super high with those quick wingers yet. They want to press here. They're trying to turn the ball over in this midfield area, and they do turn it over. And they'll play it back out towards Thierry Swaby now.
As Swaby will now drive down the wing. Happy to go back to Yongtun. Yongtun nearly turned it over there. A little dangerous play here by City as Will Cox now finds the feet of Swaby. Swaby just a bit too much on his bike there, just fell over on his track.
Yeah, I think just slipped over, no studs underneath him, but it was a good little move. I think getting him more on the ball is going to be a good thing for City today, as that's a nice little through ball from Hess. We'll go back from McShane though, he'll mop it up pretty easily. Clark's clearance is interesting. I don't know if he necessarily meant to play that into Woodland, but Woodland just plays it first time and be a chop there, not given, just seeing if it's advantage here. I think again, interesting byplay here on the sidelines. Interesting to be amongst it. Not used to this sort of atmosphere here, but definitely wanting a card for his troubles out. I don't think there was anything in that at all.
Yeah.
As here goes Humphrey, and he'll go through the middle. Joelstone getting on the ball again. Yeah, now this is really important for City. More touches that the likes of Stone, like Swaby, can get on the peel, the better it's going to be for them.
Yeah, no, definitely. As now Wilcox happy to feed it back into Woodland. Now just working through to Humphrey. Humphrey trying to send it into the Fieri direction, but Greg Downs just shielding that one off. As now Lupner will retrieve, just calling for the options. And once again, Kingborough will reset.
Yeah, it'll be a little break in play, and again, this is where City are pressing now. It's very intense in the middle. They do get a bit of space through Schwartz. He'll try and release right, but Latinovic well over and knocked up very well by the beanpole of a centre-back. And, yeah, I think City now getting on top again. It's been a very topsy-turvy game, very hard fought at the moment.
No, it's very edgy. It's very gritty football.
Here's Agiakum now. He'll go through. Will he cut in? Just go to the byline. He'll take a big tumble, and it is a penalty. Big shout from the City bench. Big shout from the City fans. And it is given by the referee. That will be an early pen for Launceston City.
I don't think there's really too much arguments in that. Kawazi was working that way down the wing, got taken down, and that's what happens. It's a penalty kick. Big opportunity for City.
Yeah, I think just that pace, and I was expecting him to cut in. Didn't, went to the byline and earned a pen, and it will be Will Humphrey stepping up for this one. And he's one of these few centre-back set piece takers.
As Humphrey will now just wait for Stratos just to blow the whistle. Just temporary break in play here. Stratos just happy to, well, give the final warning to the Kingborough defence there.
Managing the top of the box there. It will be Will Humphrey to step up and sends the keeper the wrong way. And it is 1-0 to Launceston City. That could be a big goal in this early contest.
Great goal there by Will Humphrey to stride into the left corner.
Made by a Quasi-Agiakum. Again, I haven't seen much of him this should mention of pace on that left-hand side. Probably been the more threatening of their two wingers. All the talk in the pre-match about Swaby. And, Gikum earning the penalty there, and Humphrey happy to step up and slot it home.
Yeah, it's certainly a good pick-up for Launceston. Now we get back underway. Now down to me. Kemp, sorry, my apologies. Good tackle there by Otto, but it will be given the foul as City will now take the reset. Only as far as Stratos saying, let's bring it back just temporarily.
Yeah, you can see it's got their tails up now, City. No, they did score a pen in the league game just 2 weeks ago, but they were 1-0 down at that point. So it'd be a different situation here, and you just wonder are they going to play a little bit more defensive, or potentially just keep pushing? I think it's so early that you just keep playing the way you're playing. But throughout the game, we'll see how that evolves.
Well, Kingborough will keep pushing. Obviously, they do have a bit of an interesting impact with Fred Hess out there, player coach. So they will have all the instructions that they will need to try to produce a comeback, Alex.
Yeah, they'll have kind of the on-field leadership there. It can be kind of hard to step outside your own playing sometimes, and that's an easy little turnover for Yong Tung to take over. He'll just give it straight back to Kingborough, and Woodlands plays a lovely little ball through to Stone.
Stone now drives the through ball down to Fieri. Fieri is looking a little dangerous. Oh, just slips it just the right moment.
Yeah, it's Swaby showing those wheels, and what a pass that was. Almost straight through, but Kawano, and again, that change-up of the keeper this match-up is Kawano, the cup keeper. He's a very active keeper, comes off the line well, and that's a really good example of that.
As Eli Wright will now try to drive the wing. That's a lovely tackle there by Latinovic.
Yeah, he's been pretty impressive this season for City. Been really admiring his centre-back play. Another one of these tall, burly centre-backs that we have around the league. The likes of Lutmer and Harrison. Do a bit of both, defending and playing on the ball. And there goes Kemp, who go looking for Hess. Half a shout of a free kick, but nothing doing.
No, I don't think there's too much in that as Swaby now just try to find his options. Joel Stone just wanted the ball a little better. Oh, that's a dangerous tackle there on Otto Schwartz. Oh, slice of cheese has come out.
Yeah, that looked painful here on the sideline. Don't know if there was too much untoward in it, but definitely late from Swaby. He copped it pretty hard too, to be fair. But Schwartz definitely hear that cry out in pain, just wore the worst of that one, and there will be a yellow card coming out. First one of the game, and it will be Thierry Swaby to eat that slice of cheese.
Otto Schwartz just trying to limp that one off, and Daniel Syson, the City coach, is being hashed down there by the linesman.
Yeah, I think he's complaining about repeated fouling elsewhere in the game. Again, I don't think there's too much in any of those. That one definitely yellow card all day.
Yeah, absolutely. As now Downs sends it into the Mees direction. Mees back down to Hess. Now Dowse, that's well taken away there by Jeffrey. There is
another foul, and there will be more cheese here. Yeah. Sorry to jump in there. Just a cheese fan myself. No, so as we said, Stratos early in the game, just happy to manage it. I think now that they've just crossed that line a little bit, he's just going to bring out the slice of cheese now. Yeah, now the warnings have pretty much ceased. 2 slices of cheese in under a minute. This is cup football. This is exactly what you would expect. Yeah, pretty an interesting kind of rivalry, this one. I know there's no geographical location, but I don't think just the way the teams match up, it's so similar that there has to be a good intensity to the game, and seems to be going that way thus far. As Wilcox is bullied off the ball there by Eli Wright. Yeah, assessing this one, I think it's been all City for the last 10 minutes, I have to say. Lions have not been too impressive, as Wilcox will send a low ball, raking ball in. We'll get to Schwartz. He turns out of trouble this time, and counter-attack through Wright. As Wright will now just try to bust his way down to the wing. The ball did look like it did go out, and the linesman has called it, much to the dismay of Otto Schwartz there. As City will now try to push through. Yeah, just gets poked out of play, and Lions will recalibrate. So we've got about 12 minutes to go in this half, and I'm just going to think for Lions' confidence, they'll be pushing very hard to try and get one back at half-time.
Yeah, no, they certainly will, as now Kobe Kemp finds the feet of Keenan Dowse. Eli Lapma, sorry, my apologies. As now City will just try to send it long. Feeds through to the feet of Jeffrey. Jeffrey now down to Swaby. Swaby, he does have a good amount of time. Looks like he's going to take him on. Goes past two defenders. Takes aim. Oh my goodness, that is not what you would expect out of a shot in that range.
No, you can just see he's incredible at turning people. Like, he's just very powerful off that turn. And, you know, those all of the weeks that he scored previously in the NPL have been just turning 3 or 4 players, and he did turn probably 2 players there, but not the finish that you'd want off the cut inside there.
But he did, like, he turned it literally inside out. That was actually quite cinematic just to watch.
Yeah, it's a very interesting style. I wouldn't liken it to Henri. It's got sort of like young Ibrahimovic style where he just wants to turn players. I know, a very different build of player. Here we will get back in here through Dowse.
As Downs now finds the feet of Hess. Lions just under a little bit of pressure here. Eli Lupner. Lupner not looking for the long ball this time. Now finds Keenan Dowse. Dowse now back to the play. Just taken off his feet there by Humphrey. As Humphrey now finds Stone. Stone to Mana Yultong.
The Akwasi again running down the line. Agiakum will just get shepherded out this time. And a bit disappointed with the corner there. I think Kingborough players very certain it came off a City player. And Joelstone just sauntering over to take this one. So Humphrey with his left foot will get in the box for this one. So it will be Joelstone to take the set pieces. And Tall-Timber coming up, so Latinovic in the area. They've got Agiakum as well to get a bit of height on him as well.
As now Joel Stone will take the corner. Lex to go short to Humphrey. Stone blocked off the ball there well as Mana Yultung now resets. Swaby temporarily cleared there by Kingborough. Mees looked like he was in a bit of danger there as Swaby has now just dropped down into the defensive end as Lockie Clark just sends the ball long back to the feet of Stone. Tries to find the feet of Stone.
Stone does very well to get out of trouble there and retain possession for City, though. And that is the advantage of him playing that kind of false 9 almost position. He's just such a good hold-up player. And a big challenge there from Matt Hess, and he'll play Fred Hess in, and that looked offside to me, and it will be offside for Noah Mees.
Speaking of managed to get the ball off well, Jack Woodland, that was great hold-up play there by the City defence there.
Yeah, I really rate Jack Woodland. I think definitely an unsung player through the NPL, but does a lot for City, retaining possession. Just does very, very simple things on the football pitch, but makes the team tick.
As now Lupner just quickly resets the play. Now City will almost go back, but it will be a free kick in direction of Lonnie City.
Yeah, nice little interplay there between Shane and Agiakum. I think Agiakum has just been an absolute live wire, to be fair, today in the first half, causing a lot of problems down these flanks, both of these wingers, and they're just so solid in the middle. So I think they'll be pretty stoked with how the game is going, approaching half-time.
Yes, no, they certainly will. As now Joel Stone just pulls away Humphrey, saying, "I'll happily take this one, mate." Looks like he might send it to the direction of Swaby. We'll get the tall timber of Latinovic. So, that's a lovely save there by Masatoshi Kwano.
Yeah, I almost think that he could have almost not come for that one, but he's gone out and thumped it away. Oh, I thought for a second maybe he got caught underneath it and might have flipped over his head, but well dealt with in the end from the Kingborough keeper.
As now Mac Wilcox will throw back into Swaby. Wilcox almost just teasing Woodland. Woodland, I'm not too sure what he was trying to work out there. As now Otto Schwartz will send the through ball down to Noah Mees. Mees will continue. Temporarily gets past. Looking like he's in a fraction of danger. That's well defended there by City.
And they'll try and counter now, and big ask for offside, but not given by the linesman. And now Swaby on his bike now, looking for almost a heel of one of the Lions players, and they're getting yelled at by stopping the play. We're just trying to figure out what's going on here. Very frustrated with who the ball is off, and big reaction from Hugh Sloot, the fans, the whole Kingborough team about that decision there.
There was two players that were appealing for that offside, and yet Hugh Sloot just could not believe it, as now City will have the corner. Just happy to keep the Lions wait.
Yeah, God, I haven't seen that sort of reaction after a play has been gone, but Swaby bending his run there. I'd like to see the footage back of that one for sure. Does it go long from Humphrey this time? Up in the air. Kawano comes, flaps at. He's on the ground, but it will get thumped over and out of play. And I think that's the push-pull Stoshi Kawano. Very good, aggressive keeper, but can get yourself into trouble sometimes going for balls that maybe you don't need to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As now City will take the throw in. Just sends it to the direction of Joel Stone. The 10s v number 10s there. Kobe Kemp, Eli Latner marking him, rather.
Yeah, interesting wearing number 10 at the centre-back position. I would have assumed that's Kobe Kemp myself if it didn't.
Yeah, normally I do see a cam as a 10, so that was my apologies to our viewers there.
Good. Yeah, just that is an interesting matchup. Stone's had kind of pieces of play where he's been very involved and others where he's struggled to get into it.
Yeah, no, you're certainly right. As now Otto Schwartz takes it down to Jacob Hughes-Sloot. Now to Mees. Mees not giving the touch he would have liked there, as City will take the throw in.
A little bit loose there from Mees, and Wilcox will go to Stone, and there he is on the ball. Knocked through by Yong Tung.
Yong Tung now down to Joel Stone. Joel Stone just turns around. Now down to Mac Wilcox. Wilcox, that's a lovely cross in. Good clearance there by Eli Lupner, as Otto Schwartz now sends it long.
Go long, and it'll come through Lutmer, who's pushed forward and get blocked up and just shown out by Humphrey. He'll come inside and get blocked off it and plays it to Woodland. And now Agikum again, trying to use his pace. He gets well held by Lutmer. He's playing almost a fullback position. Dowser's just slotted in for him. And here he goes again. It'll be Hess now.
Hess now just driving down to the wing, sends it across. That looks like it will be a corner, Alex. Yes, it has been given by Strata.
Little deflection out of play. Another corner for Kingborough. And again, they are a team that has a very threatening set-piece play. We are into the dying embers of this first half here at Lightwood Park. It is 1-0 to Launceston City. Can Kingborough reply and head into the sheds with a bit of momentum here?
They need to get Noah Mees onto the header on this one, I reckon. Just get the tall timber.
An outswinger from Keenan Dowse, and go to the near post. A big jump from Latinovic and a bit of traffic in the box. Come to Schwartz, and he'll go past Agikum. He's in a bit of space, but wants to get on his right foot. Go back out and to Yong Tung, and now City on the counter.
As now Joel Stone got all time in the world. Does slow down the play though. Finds the feet of Jeffrey. Jeffrey now down to Swaby. Now to Stone. Stone's shot just blocks there. City still looking a fraction dangerous. That's well taken down there by Eli Wright.
Yeah, he's released the pressure well there. That was a very dangerous piece of play. Stone holding the ball up well, just waiting for the overlapping run of Jeffrey. And that good challenge from Woodland. He'll go long. Swaby's in that same direction, and Lutmer coming across with a thumping header back to his keeper. Really lovely defensive play there.
Goodness, speaking of holding up, Noah Mees was also being held up there well too by Jack Woodland. So the aggression's still showing as we approach half-time.
The pace has picked up again here, and it's been nice and tight. And Dowse has run through the gate there, almost had a run on from right back, and will get turned over. Here's Jeffrey. Jeffrey will go out wide to Swaby.
As Swaby will now look to drive down to the wing. Just taken down there by Greg Downs. he looks a bit dismayed that he didn't get the throw. There's now Swats. Oh, that's a lovely tackle there by the former MVP, Joel Stones.
Classic Joel Stone slide tackle. I love to see it. And that's an excellent ball from Stone. Swaby now going to go inside. He's going to try and turn. He's back one way and the other. Almost could have gone down there, I thought, for half a second. And did he follow through on the keeper? And I think that's what the Lions are appealing for there.
Yes, that's what I thought I did see too from my angle. It did look like the studs almost did go up. Stratos just having a quick talk to him.
Yeah, I think if he can help it, doesn't want to get sent off here. On a yellow card already to reiterate Thierry Swaby, so has to be careful with any sort of... I'm sure he was probably just going for the ball, but did make contact after it had gone out of play. So that's just a tight walk. He'll have to tight rope. He'll have to walk.
As now Jacob Hughes just trying to find any option possible. Now down to Kemp. Still Kemp. Right. Nice little footwork there. Now finds the feet of Hess. Hess just resets back to Otto Swartz. Kingborough are looking threatening. Oh, that's not the ball you want, though, going forward.
Little ricochet off the two City players, almost giving it away here. They're back in and tackling well. He'll come to right, though. He'll put some step-overs on and cut back inside and almost away by Humphrey.
I mean, it was the right idea to try and get through that through ball, but unfortunately nothing doing. He was bullied off the ball in the end there, Eli Wright, but good urgency from the young player there.
Yeah, a little bit of self-inflicted pain there from City. They just knocked it straight into the back of, I think it was Jeffrey and Humphrey trying to work things out there.
As now Hess just happy to wait for the options to present. Now sends the ball into Mees. Mees just volleys off the chest. Douse. Takes aim. Just wide.
Ooh, good shot by Mees on that left foot. When he has a chance to shoot from any angle on the left, he will line it up. And again, 1-0 to City. They'll be sitting pretty comfortably. Lions haven't been without their chances. For sure, it's been a good, even game. And really, just what separates is that penalty call. I think Agikum definitely putting enough pressure on with just his pace.
Yeah, look, on the balance of play, I think City had been the more superior team. Kingborough, they did work their way back into it in the 20th minute mark going onwards, but obviously that penalty from Humphrey has changed the game, as now City will try find the ball there from Jeffrey, but nothing doing.
Yeah, a little bit long on the radar there. Yeah, I definitely agree with your assessment there. City, since that goal, just that quite a bit of confidence about them. And they're making it very hard for Kingborough to play through the middle. So they're going long this time. They'll go nice and long up to Humphrey to cut out. He'll get it to Yong Tuna. He'll turn the corner and Toby Kemp just says, sit down, thanks. So don't want you getting around the side of me. And he's happy just to eat that free kick. No slice needed. And that's not the best free kick from City. Almost turned over by Schwartz and Stone weaving his way through.
Yep. Now finds the feet of Swaby. Swaby, oh, that's some lovely footwork there. Still Swaby. Swaby still going. Just holds up. It's just almost got through there. Gosh, what an attacking play that was there.
His dribbling's incredible. I'm so enthralled by whenever he gets on the ball and has a few players to take on. Here's Mees. He's got nothing ahead of him. And he tries to dab it down the line for Wright, and Wright will chase it. And go into Humphrey and Latinovic. A lovely little inside heel action, and just end up going along. And I think City just happy to hit the sheds at 1-0 if they can. They don't want to be making any silly mistakes here.
Yeah, that was definitely the right idea there by Noah Mees. Just no options presenting, unfortunately, but he did hold up the play there well. But getting back to Swaby, that was very dangerous coming forward. He is looking the real deal.
Yeah, I think it took him a while to get into the game, but now he's been getting on the ball a little bit more. You just see the danger that he poses to this Kingborough defence. It is 1-0 at half-time as the referee's whistle blows, and that will be... And just, I think, it's a bit of a regroup for Lions. They're trying to get in the middle here and have a bit of a chat and make sure they come out with the right intensity. The City, I think, very happy to just go in 1-0 up. They'll be wondering whether they'll just sit on that for the second half or they'll push for more. But again, they've got such good counter-attack through the likes of Swaby that definitely could see more goals in this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can see the frustrations from Kingborough. He came just calling the players over, knowing that this is going to have to be a big half-time talk. But Kingborough, honestly, they had been outplayed in the last 25 minutes. So fair play to Launceston City.
They had a good period at the start of the game. I thought they had all the possession, and ever since, City just sorted out that defensive structure and been very, very hard to play through. So all to play for here in the second half. I'm looking forward to this one here at Lightwood Park. Hope you join us in just a few moments for it.
Are you watching or not? Currently the connection filters occasionally. They say retrieve the cable and make sure they are connected. They are. Should I change the cable? Or should I just disconnect it and connect it back again, or put a different cable in? And do I have to turn the unit off? Yes, it is. It clicked, yeah, it's all secure. Clicked in both ends. It's the new cable. Okay, so he just said, hey, getting a few connections flickers. Can you check and firm up? So the question is, I can pull it out and back in, but do I have to turn the unit off? Okay, so should I do it? Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Hey, yeah, okay. You know what? When I opened the case, oh look, this unit died. The one which I have on the top. He says good. It just died, so I turn it on again. I'll see. It's just will come. Well, it says battery is quite full. The two batteries, they don't have any charging in them. Doesn't look like they have. Should I put them in a box so they charge? Okay, all right. Will we charge without just from the box? You know, when I come here, like they had a blue light, so I don't know. Cable in it, and what cable is that? Oh, look, I have a cable here from my phone, and it shows full all four blue lights. Okay, so I'll leave it plugged into this, yeah. Okay, and we'll see how we go, yeah. So should I turn my little unit off while I'm not now? Should I turn it off? Oh no. No. The one which I have on a camera, you know, but it shows it's got a full battery. But you know, maybe it's not showing the charging because they turn the units off. That's it. So that's why it's showing, yeah, flat, yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay. Alright then. Okay. Alright, so he said cool. I replaced the cable, he said cool, so it's all good. Okay? Alright then. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I did see on the YouTube that it was up for 2. I should have messaged him because I was like, I should have said, because it was in the spreadsheet wrong, and I was like, I didn't want to change it, but I should have changed it.
Yeah, if you have anything on this,
Yeah.
Oops.
So I don't have to turn these on. They're on already.
Just put it on and twist it. Put it on and twist it. All good?
Are they on already? Great.
Any subs? I saw him go, oh, I mean, until they come in.
Welcome back to Lightwood Park. This Laka Cup quarter-final between Launceston City and Kingborough Lions. It's 1-0 to City at the half. See if there's any changes or tweaks that the coaches have implemented at halftime. My name's Alex Mummery. Joining me is Tanner Code. Very excited for this second half of action here. Lovely, cool, still evening down here in Kingston, and it's been a very entertaining game between two evenly matched sides. City going one up through a Will Humphrey penalty earned by Akwasi Agyakum. And we'll get back underway here at Lightwood Park, and we'll get back underway with the Mees and Kemp connection. And Lutmer, who's drifted out wide, and will be spread across the back four now, and it'll get put out wide, and right will just recycle it. I think Lions will want to hold on to a little bit more possession in the second half, and we'll go back forward and cut back to the top of the box. No one there for City. And surveying the teams, I don't think there's been a change at half time, and Hess will bring it straight through the middle and get cut off by Mana Yongtun. And we'll go through into Hess. Nice little interplay with Douse. Cuts it back and just rebounded off the leg of Will Humphrey, and will go out for a Kingborough corner. Again, a very dangerous team from the corner, Kingborough Lions.
Yes, no, they certainly are, is now Keen and Douse. Just happy to keep City waiting with the Ultras and the City Juniors behind him. there was a chant actually throughout the game saying, "We can't hear you" to the Ultras. As Keenan Dow sends it long, will be another take of the corner.
Yeah, I think it's getting a bit silly for some of these young kids. I think they've probably been... It's been a long day for these guys, but they're enjoying it. It's good to see. Saturday night football under lights.
Fair play to them, though. We can't hear you to the Ultras. That's pretty brave.
Yeah. 1-0 down at the moment, Lions, and Dowse's first corner doesn't find the mark, and he'll swing it out and it'll bounce into the top of the box and away by Mies, and it'll go high again from Dowse. Hugh Slut's under it. He'll nod it back in. Be a big jump and a big fly by Lockie Clark. Very hard keeper to beat in the air, and will City release here?
It's now Pierre Swabi. Oh, it's a lovely take through. Now Manu Yunton. Yunton linking up with Pierre Swabi again. Will Pierre temporarily stop it?
Yeah, just an offside there, just over the far side. Nice little bit of high line action from Kingborough, and I think they'll be hoping they'll have a slightly more lenient, well, less lenient ref on the offsides. There's a couple of complaints about that in the first half from the centre backs, but they've managed their line well there.
Is now Jacob Hughes Sleep to Schwartz. Hughes Sleep. He'll turn it back down to Matatoshi. Matatoshi. Lutner. Does have to go. Now to Kobe Kemp. Kemp with a fantastic through ball, but Keenan Douse could not get on the other end of it. They will get a second shot at it, as now Douse feeds through. This could be dangerous for Lions. Now down to Schwartz. Now down to the feet of Wright. Douse! Oh, so close there for Lions.
Yeah, good piece of play by Lions. Nice bit of control of possession. Swung it one side to the other. They've come out firing in the second half. They spent extra long in the sheds at halftime. That's something I should also note. They were in there for a very long time. Ref had to blow his whistle a few times. I think they're just really trying to make sure they're in the right mental frame of mind here.
Now City will try to reset. Now through to Swabi. My apologies, sorry. Akwazi. Akwazi sends the ball down to the flank.
Yeah, it'll be Swabi now. He'll get on the ball and he'll just get it taken off him, and he'll go into right, and he'll find Hess. Hess will try and run through and get bundled over. It's a little push, and it's kicking the ball away from Jeffrey. It was a little bit harsh on him, I thought, but referees are going to be cracking down on that, especially as City are 1-0 up. You've got to be very cognizant of if they are time wasting. That's the sort of way that will probably happen. So
absolutely,
I could probably see that as fair enough there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with Ferry Swabi on a yellow card, it will be interesting to see if Sison will withdraw him from play as we will approach the end.
Yeah, 2 yellows for City at the moment, and they'll just have to walk a bit of a tightrope as the long ball comes in, and Wright's header does go out for a corner. But I was just on that topic. I just was thinking at halftime as well, what sort of changes are potentially in the offing for both teams. I think Alex Brown will have to come on at some point for Kingborough. Just it's a matter of when, not if, I would say.
Yes, no, definitely. Alex has to be that threat off the bench. As now Lions will take the corner, sends it into the box looking direction of Mies, but it is cleared away. Now down to Otto Schwartz. Schwartz. Now down to Downs. Hess. Initially hesitant there. It's now Eli Lutner. Lutner tried to find Kemp. It's well cleared there by City. The City will now be on the attack. Swabi now links up with Joel Stone. Stone
he'll go
down the flank to Wilcox.
Yeah, he'll go wide into Wilcox, and that's not a good cross from Matt Wilcox, but it will get just turned back over, and now Stone's got it, and he'll play it through Yongtun, and here is a quasi Agyakun one-on-one situation. He'll go around Keenan Douse, and he'll just get back into his defensive shape and get just slowed down by City temporarily here, and they'll just try and knock it around their back four. Mies is going to try and cut the switch off, though.
McShane and Humphrey just linking up there. Is now Akwazi. Finds for Stone. Cleared away well there, but Stone still on the ball. did put the feet up and he did actually put his hand up saying, my bad, to Stratos.
Yeah, unintentional studs up there from Joel Stone. Didn't make any contact. That's an interesting little effort there from Latinovic, and another slice of cheese coming out. I think that was for Joel Stone. He had an earlier foul in the game, so second challenge for him. And as I was saying earlier, referee happy to let the players play, and then they have just kind of, well, I guess cracked down a little bit in the second half with a lot more yellow cards coming out. It will be Kawano, and he'll go long, and it will be up in the area. Oh, Hess almost with the half volley. He'll get another shot at it. He'll get poked home by Kobe Kemp. Lions not out 1-1 here in the second half at Lightwood Park. Kemp gives it large to the fans, and they're trying to get the atmosphere going here at Lightwood.
The Den is up and moving now. Kobe Kemp, captain when you need him.
Yeah, just on the spot there, yeah, absolutely. Just in the right place at the right time. Look, Hess he had a couple of shots of that, missed the first one, and then just Kemp says, thank you very much, I'll just poke that one home.
Well, there's a couple of air swings there, so fair play to Kobe for picking up the pieces. So 1-1 here at the Den. What a game.
Back to the drawing board here for City a little bit. They were looking very, very comfortable, I thought, the last 20-odd minutes or so. And that's sort of come out of nothing, and Lions are ready to pounce here in the second half, and I think that extra long half-time talk definitely fired them up, and they'll see if they can't be buoyed by the goal like City were in the first half. And Latinovic will recalibrate for them, and he'll try and launch it long. And that's an 1-2. Let play by the referees, some plays on the ground, and he'll go through into Hess, and Hess will put it into Lutmer. He'll just control it and then look wide for Douse.
Douse working his way down, no options presenting. That's well cleared away there.
Little nutmeg there, I thought, for a second.
Pitchford just calling for City just to be patient onto the ball. Now Kobe Kemp back down to Hess.
Cuts inside and pokes through, and it just gets blocked away by Latinovic, and Stone now on the run. He tries to go for the non-look pass. A little bit of a miscommunication there by the City attackers, and I think Agyakun was looking for the reverse ball all the way over to the other side of the Swabi, and Stone just faked his own player out there a little bit.
Shaking ahead as well. He couldn't quite believe that Equalizer couldn't get on hold of that. Play will go on. It's Hugh Slip. Drives the ball down to Kemp. Kemp. Now back to Hugh Slip. Lions now just trying to find their way down. But they did work their way through the defence. It's now Downs.
Downs into Noamise. Lions now with all the possession. I was saying how comfortable City looked, and come out after second half, and it's all been Kingborough. It's a decent ball through. It's Kenan Douse up there who's made a little run inside. He gets a round one, but finds his way out of bounds. Interesting central position there for a man who normally plays very, very wide. Something I've sort of just been noticing in the last sort of 10 or 15 minutes is this shape where Douse is playing quite high and Lutmer almost playing as a fullback at times. So a very flexible sort of formation, Kingborough, at the moment.
Yes, it's a very interesting tactic having Kenan Douse coming into the top of the box. But, hey, here's a man who does know how to score, Alex.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, and they've got their defensive formation. So Matt Hess is really slotting back in to help cover when needed. I think that's really how you make those sorts of aggressive formations working, where you get the fullback right up into the central position.
Just loving hearing the Lottie City Juniors in the back, just letting Kingborough know that we are here.
Yeah, we've got the chant going. It's good stuff. Here's Hugh Sleep now, and come through to Lutmer. Again, Kingborough having a really nice passage of play here.
Yes, they certainly are. Have to find the urgencies though. I will never understand it, Alex. Just very content in defence, but you can see the press coming from Jeffrey. You can see Stone on the wing. It will just never make sense to me. Like, why not just go forward? As now Kobe Kemp now does listen and does go forward. This could down to Mees. Mees gets on his side, takes aim. That's a well taken save there by Lockie Clark.
Got onto that one pretty well, Mees. Just kind of straight at Clark in the end, but hit it well. And that was a beautiful little bit of link-up play. They did go direct when they needed to. So maybe they're just trying to work City forward a little bit and then hit him hard. And here they are again through Schwartz. Will that get turned over? And it will just momentarily get held up here, and it will be Downs, and he'll play it into Hess.
Now Hughes flute. Hughes it down to Lupner. Lupner to Hess. Hess to Kemp. Now looking to find Keenan Dowse. Dowse not getting the touch he would have liked. Now to Joel Stone.
Yeah, just again using that Dowse threat. He's playing very, very high for a man who normally playing a traditional fullback. He's staying up in this wing position, so Kingborough moving back to a 3 at the back, and they'll move it forward here. It'll be Schwartz trying to run through. It's not the best ball. It gets a little bit of a late challenge, but nothing in that.
No,
and
I don't think there was much in that, no.
Clark will just collect, and now it's City's turn to see what they can do.
Is now Akani. Just looking to try find the attack. Now down to Wilcox.
He'll come out wide here for McShane, and McShane will progress the ball forward, and Lutmer will nod it forward, and Humphrey still has it, and he'll go long, and then Lutmer will have a little bit of a header, and it turns it over. Swaby's on the ball, and had a window of opportunity there. Thierry Swaby just taken away from him nicely, just in the nick of time from the Lions' defence.
You know, he certainly did. Jagatroots, it was definitely like a steam train to clear that one away, knowing the danger that Thierry Swaby does present.
In here to Young Tung, and he'll get through some traffic, and Schwartz with a really nice little challenge, and he'll go long up to right. Right now, can he cut inside? Does try to cut inside, but a good foot in by Wilcox, and it's a good foot race. Wilcox has a lot of pace too, and he'll just step on it. Turns it over in an interesting area, and just a little bit of argy-bargy, a bit of a messy football, but they've got it out, and now they'll swing it into space through Joel Stone.
Stone will now go down to Akwazi. Akwazi. Will he send the ball down to Jeffrey?
Yeah,
Flag has gone up for offside.
Jeffrey's making these really nice kind of deep runs from midfield, but flag up for offside, and it will be reset through Kingborough again, and they'll just play it through Mees.
As now Noah Mees resets to Lutner. Huge salute. Lions not feeling the urgencies just yet. Is now Mees just being pushed back. Huge salute. Now down to Hess.
It's a really nice ball. Hess will play into Kemp, and now Mees with a shot. It's a decent shot from Mees, and it just sails wide with the outstretched flailing arm of Lockie Clark in its wake, but doesn't find the back of the net. That was a good opportunity for Lions there.
Yeah, very decent attacking play there, but Lions need to be more on target, as City will now look to go down to McShane. McShane right on his bike past Kobe Kemp. Now to Joel Stone. McShane. Humphrey. McShane does retrieve. Takes Hess on his bike. Still going. This is a lovely run here by Joe McShane. Does send in the ball, but did not get the delivery he would have liked.
Yeah, it's a good run from McShane, but right for the left backs, they do have hard crossing kind of opportunities, and that's turned over with a little run from Yong Tung, and Lions come away with it.
Now Keenan Dowse just takes Swaby back the other way. Lupner. Huge salute. Downs. Down to right. Right now feeding down to Fred Hess. Hess loses the ball.
Just did get a little nutmeg, but shielded off it there in the end, and it's not the best clearance. Now, have a shot from long range, Greg Downs. He has that in his locker. I've seen some good set pieces from him. It looks like just a couple of minutes Alex Brown might be coming on for Kingborough, and no movement so far on the City bench. They're subs are just having a bit of a game of keepy-uppies. I think Diesel Murphy might be the obvious sub. He's played a lot throughout this early part of the season for them.
Diesel Murphy would definitely be the right impact sub for City. We do now go forward, right, retrieves, now down to Keenan Dowse. The fullback's pushing up through, now down to Kobe Kemp. Kemp wins the corner for Kingborough.
Yeah, they're looking pretty threatening at the moment, Kingborough. They're getting a nice bit of flow through their midfield. And again, the more Kobe Kemp's on the ball, the better. I think it's the same sort of situation for Lonnie City. The more they can get Joel Stone on the ball, the better. Hasn't had a lot of it in this second half. I think Kobe Kemp's starting to really make an impact on the game, already with a goal kind of out of nothing, and he's starting to progress the ball forward as Dowse goes near post. There's a decent little front post header from Eli Lutmer, and it looks like someone's been injured. It looks like Woodland, I think, has been down, and they're calling for a sub. Might just landed awkwardly on that shoulder, potentially. Nothing Lutmer really do it. That was a big jump from both of them. It was pretty well marked by Woodland in the end, and the trainer comes out, and hopefully he's okay. Just seeing... Oh, looks like they're prepping for the sub. The signal comes. Might not be such a good prognosis for Jack Woodland. So Kingborough will also make a sub while we're at it. But they're just giving Jack Woodland a little bit of space. And yeah, just Brown coming on for right. And just having a little bit of a break and play here for both teams. It looks like the subs are getting readied for Lonnie City too, as Woodland does get into the touchline, but not feeling too well there. As City will make that sub for him. And again, just taking a little breather here. And it will be Albert Amankwa coming on for Lonnie City. Just wondering if that will be a little bit of a tweak of formation. Looks like Joel Stone will drop deeper, getting a little bit of ribbing from one of the Lions players there. Hasn't played in the midfield all season, so he's got to get on his bike.
There's now Alex Brown is quick onto the ball, takes aim already. Shot on target, much to the delight of the Kingborough fans there. It's now Joe McShane. Bit of a fake there by Albert Amukwa.
We'll go back through Downs here. Again, he's playing a little bit more central. And starting to get into extra time areas here. 1-1, still with a lot of time in this second half, but just got to remember with the cup format that penalties as well could be on the cards. And there's a bit of a 50-50, and not really sure what the call was in the end. Looks like it's gone out for a corner, and Downs, who is so dangerous on this type of situation, will take it.
As now Keenan Dowse takes the corner. Hand signal does go up. Sends it into the box. This could be dangerous. Kemp!
With a flash finish, Kobe Kemp's got two. It's 2-1 to Kingborough. Big hug from Keenan. Harry Huxley there. They're also getting around Keenan Dowse to the delivery. Kobe Kemp has had 2 goals, basically out of nothing. A thumping deflected finish there from the Lions captain. And I was just about to say extra time, that might not be on the cards anymore. Lions have hit the front.
Yeah, you might have spoken a bit too early there, but great fight back by Kingborough as Kobe Kemp with the brace in the second half.
Yeah, just wonder if that little change or injury to Woodland bit of stoppage, just took the wind out of the sails a little bit there from City, but they're going to have to weather the storm now and see if they can push for an equaliser. It's going to be a hard road playing away, but they have shown some good football at times tonight.
Yeah, they said they have. I still wouldn't count out Bonnie City. They have still taken it very well, but Kingborough have turned it all around. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. As now Joel Stone, just ever the playmaker, now down to the flank.
And it will come. The cut doesn't come. That's well over the backstop and gets a few cheers. And gets a serve from the Kingborough fans on the way through as well. That's just one of those things that happens when you first come on. And that was Amankwa who having his first touch of the ball. Again, different sort of looking formation here for City. They're playing two holding midfielders, Joel Stone back in the 10 rather than striker.
Yes, they certainly are. There's now Mees. Not too sure what he was trying to work there. Nathan Pitchford quick off the bench, just giving the ball back to Joe McShane as quick as he can. Ken takes down Joel Stone.
Yeah.
Two MVPs. They're just having a bit of a chuckle there.
Yeah, definitely a foul there, just on the way through. Just sort of interesting how the tempo of the game changes. Like City come out of half-time and they're kind of happy to time waste, and Kobe Kemp absolutely sent that into Thierry Swaby. He's shaked it off though.
If there's ever a way to tuck a ball back into someone, that is quite a way to do it. It's now Joe McShane. Now down to Albert Aqua. Aqua sends it into the quasi direction. Cleared away by Kingborough. Only as far as Manigan Tung. Now Joel Stone.
Yongtun again, and it'll be spread out wide in that classic Will Humphrey raking left foot. And Wilcox will try and win a one-on-one with Brown. He gets past him initially, cuts inside now. Puts it with the outside of the right boot. I don't know how close that was. But for half a second there, I thought, oh, that might find the top corner. Had a good trajectory on it, but not enough spin, and just sliding away off the outside of the boot from Mac Wilcox.
Yeah, not about the 10s on the outside of the boot.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things as playing the right-sided fullback. You know, not often using your left foot too much. I don't think he necessarily had that in his locker, and Wilcox happy just to try and do the spectacular. It doesn't come off though. Good header won by Amankwa. But it will go out for a Kingborough throw. And again, this is just the change of pace from Kingborough, though. Everything, get that ball in play, get it going, and now they're happy just to take time out of the game. And you see Pitchford trying to get the ball back in the game. Just completely flipped from 15 minutes ago.
No, that's exactly right. What a turn of events. We were talking about City being the aggressor, and now Lions are just turning it forward.
And they just can't work through there, through Swaby, and
oh my goodness, the
changed the way that throw was going to go. I think both teams expected to go through City, but referee staff have other ideas, and it will be Lions to take the throw.
Nathan Pitchford just very vocal on the...
Yeah, they're an intense sideline, the City sideline. I think it's good for the intensity on the ground too, but it's something to observe. Here's Hess with a nice little touch, big sliding challenge, doesn't get the ball, and that will be a free kick. Will it be any extra? Looks like the slice is coming out from Yong Tung. This is a very little interesting free kick position potentially for Lions. Hess is getting a little bit sore on the ground there. Hopefully there's no injury for him. City have already had one on their team. And they have a number of interested kick takers here, Tanner.
They have Alex Brown, they have Keenan Dowse, they have Downsy. Goodness me, well, they've got any of them in the back locker.
Yeah, I think if it's not going to be a shot, it will be Keenan. And if it's a shot, I'm betting it's going to be Downs. And it looks like Brown has stepped off.
Very vocal Lightwood.
Yeah, they're big Alex Brown fans here. I think this should be a Downs shot. There's a little window of opportunity around the wall. I see Clark's set up on that far side, and it will be Downs to hit. He's gone the reverse. Oh, he's almost put it away with the wrong foot of the keeper. Just a little bit too much curl on it. I was not expecting him to put it there, and it almost found the corner.
Not a bad attempt there by Greg Downs. Definitely did zoot just past the left corner, but starting to heat up a little bit now for Kingborough.
Yes, they get a third here. You think that might be curtains, and it's just a tale of two halves. They were nowhere in this first half, and they've just come out with a completely different mindset, playing much better. A lot more of this sort of action, a little bit of pressing, nice little 1-2 interplays, and it'll get cut out by Latinovic.
City will now try press through forward. Now down to Munnis 1-1.
He'll go back through Mac Wilcox. He'll play direct and we'll get shuttled out of play. And we'll just get sent long by Downs. He'll play it safe and doesn't go out for a corner. Does save that aspect.
I don't know what was said in the sheds at half time.
Yeah, some Space Jam secret stuff at half time. Just a bit of water and come out playing a whole different team, and they're really putting it together at the moment. I mean, his City, Wilcox with a poked cross. It's just getting himself a little bit crossed up. I'm loving his attacking intent out there. It's just final ball is not exactly working.
Very fantastic Space Jam reference there, Alex. Got to give it to you on that. Is now will reset.
Iconic movie, but anyway, we'll get back on the football. Kingborough hasn't had a lot to do in this second half, and we've sort of had commented on whether this would make an impact on the game or not. You know, having a cup keeper, and really it hasn't at all for Kingborough. For the main part, he hasn't had a lot to do in the second half.
Yeah, and it's an interesting tactic from Hess to bring him in as a cup keeper, but it's worked so far. Obviously, with the 2-1 lead, it's now McShane right into the feet of Hess, and now Kobe Kemp. Slowing down temporarily. Goes past defender Lovely, but only as far as Money Yontung. Yontung resets to Humphrey. Humphrey still driving down. Now to Joel Stone. Now back to Humphrey. Humphrey busting down through the corridor. Humphrey now down to the feet on the wing.
It's a lovely wide ball from Humphrey, and can he set up something? It's a low-driven cross. Doesn't get to the feet of Swaby that was looking for there. It's a good piece of play from Will Humphrey, raking left foot. Man after my own heart with that one. Just really good ball out wide, and he set up a Quasi-Agiakum, but couldn't find anything. And he sort of haven't had as much impact on this second half either. Really live wire first half and a lot less of it. But they go out back through McShane, shoved off it by Dowse, and they keep going at it. McShane will get through the window of opportunity, and it'll get teed up. It's almost hit well off the right foot, but not there, and it will be Agiakum to take, but it's well defended by Brown. It's good tracking back from the Kingborough winger. It's all hands on deck if the line stays in though, and away by Hughesloot and then Hess.
His Lions will now be going through the corridor. Oh, that's a very risky challenge.
I think he got the ball though. That was all ball. It was a good challenge from Latinovic from my angle at least. Does the cross come in? No, it doesn't. It's a good sliding challenge from Hughesloot as well. I didn't think there was too much in that, but again, we're not that close, but it looks like it will be a yellow card for Alex Brown for dissent, I think, there. So might need to card some of the Kingborough Lions supporters, and that's another slice as well. It looks like two slices for Kingborough, so that adds a little bit of an interesting dimension to this game now. So they've got a couple. I think they've got 3 yellow cards, and City have 2. So a few players just got to manage the game here.
Yeah, it certainly does create a different dimension in this second half. The City will take the corner. Lovely save by Matsutoshi before there, by the way.
Yeah, City hasn't had much to do, and then comes alive. And it will be a corner momentarily.
What I am noticing is Joel Stone is unmarked. Completely unmarked. They could go straight to him
if
they wanted
to.
to.
Top of the box. I think he's just teeing up for a shot. It'll be a hooked ball from Humphrey. It's a nice one. Good jump. Nothing doing on Swaby header. And Schwartz will launch it long and out of play, trying to release Mies to hold it up. Now City have a bit of the play. They've got a bit of pressure.
Was that an attempt of a throw?
No, I think he was... I don't know what he was doing there, but it definitely was not a throw-in.
As now Mana Yuntung back onto the ball. Humphrey. Joel Stone. Now down to Macquarie. Macquarie sends it into the box. Taken well there by Kwano.
Nice little ball. I almost thought that might challenge Kwano, but no City attackers in the area. And they'll go very high and very long. And Latinovic again, he's been quite good tonight. I think both City centre-backs are generally very solid players. Don't have to worry about them too much. And it will be Simon Vivarelli coming on for Kingborough. It looks like Keenan Dowse maybe just coming over for the throw. I'm just trying to see if someone's gone off yet or they're going off in another area of the park. Looks like Otto Schwartz is sauntering off and just making his way off. And City also making a change at this moment as well. Looks like a big Diesel Murfitt coming on in the number 9.
Big Diesel Murfitt now coming on.
Yeah, can't not say Big Diesel. The Big D's. He's played a lot for City so far this season, maybe only on a wing. And he looks like he's taking up a striker position. And Vivarelli, that will be a straight swap in the midfield for Otto Schwartz.
As now Keenan Dowse will take the throw. Sends it long into the direction of Cam. Vivarelli already on the ball. Muscled off well there. Is now Fieri Swabi. Now back down to Joe McShane. Humphrey. McShane. Could send the long ball if he wants. He likes to take on Simon Vivarelli instead. Swabi. McShane again. I was going to say they were really risking the play there. Is now Kobe Campbell. That's a good block there.
Yeah, no hands would have no time to react unless your hands are way far away from your body. But you can just see Kingborough's press in this second half. That was very high up the field, winning the ball back in a really good area for them. And that's really where the goals have come from, and that's an interesting little ball through. It didn't really amount to anything. And Macquarie will play it back into Wilcox. He'll try and trundle his way through the middle. And that will be Wilcox again with a shot and rebounded into Murfitt, almost with a shot. And poked through again and away by Dowse, and Vivarelli will get his first touch of the game. It's a little bit long for Kemp, but McShane does well to recover and gets a little bit on his exit for his troubles, but very well managed by the fullback. And
Mana Yuntung will work down to the wing. Now finds the feet for Swabi. Swabi. Now back to Joe McShane. McShane could send in the long ball if he did want. Back down to Humphrey. Now pressing. That was a bit of a push, I thought, there by Hess. But play will continue.
It's just one of those ones where I think he got the ball first and then followed through on Yong Tung. There's nothing, you can't really give a free for that, but it's a painful one for Mana there. And just listening into the City changes, it looks like they're going for 2 10s here, a little bit more of an attacking formation. So they're just going to have one holding midfielder, and then everyone else is going to be up.
Diesel Murphy already onto the ball.
He's made a few good little touches since coming on, and now Lions are I think they're just going to have to play on the break here. All hands on deck just not to concede here. Still is only 2-1, so still half a sniff for Lonnie City to put this one into extra time. There's not a heap of time left. I don't know if they can win it in regular time. Stranger things have happened, but it's going to be a big push for them to stay in this game.
Yeah, it certainly is. They're just going to have to bring the first half efforts that they did bring. There's now Alex Brown. Muscled off the ball, but he does retrieve. Brown! Ooh. Well saved there by Lachlan Clark.
Little shots from Alex Brown. He's been well on the score sheet this season for Kingborough. It's his first real opportunity of this game since coming on as the sub. And Wilcox just evades in a little bit, and Lions just chop that one up in the air, and I think City will be trying to get this one underway pretty quickly. Don't know if they've got too many more dice to throw. Tito Brown is a really good change of pace as well, a young player that they've got on the bench, but I think with the amount of subs they've kind of thrown on in that area. I don't know if they're just going to see this one out with the 10 minutes to go or so.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be pretty edgy for Kingborough. Real squeaky bum time.
Can go forward now. Downs, and Mees chests it, but it only gets as far as Murfitt, and now Yong Tung. It'll get switched over to Swaby. Swaby will just try to look to cut inside. A little 1-2 maybe is Murfitt. He doesn't have any space at all. Yong Tung, can he turn around the corner? He set it up and he'll go back out, and Jeffrey, the ball skews a little way to Wilcox with the decent ball. Murfitt's in the area. Kawano punches away. Will it fall for Swaby? Swaby tees it up. And no power on the shot on the left foot, but good sustained pressure here from Lonnie City now.
Yes, it certainly is. As Swaby is doing a little dance around Keenan Dowse. Dowse winning the battle on that front, but it will be a corner. That was very dangerous by Lonnie City.
Yeah, that's the best passage they've had probably all half, I would say. Like, just now they're trying to get a bit of life into them now. And that was, I think that little sub kind of change to make 2 10s might have just ignited their game a little bit here. And here we go with Humphrey. Humphrey goes long, goes high. We'll come back down to Agyakum. And Akwasi Agyakum comes off.
Queuing for a handball there. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just wondering whether who that came off. And a little bit of an appeal for a handball, as you said. And here we go. Again, Humphrey coming across for the corner. His in-swingers have been on point tonight. Can he put another one in? Tries to go short, but no one's watching. And goes high and long. Swung out. Kawano jumps for it, but top netting. A bit too much whip on it from Will Humphrey. And City working hard to get back. And as we said, Kingborough, they're taking time out of the game when they can.
Absolutely. It's what you've got to take advantage of. 2-1 in a cup quarter final. High stakes. Just happy to slow down the play if they want to. Lonnie they have not come to the game in the second half. They've just been completely outplayed. So Kingborough have taken advantage, Alex.
Yeah, you can see they're pushing now. They are pushing for another goal now, but they hasn't really been there for the rest of the half. And Kingborough, if they can get another one here, that will be curtains. Nothing doing on that challenge, and it'll come through to Brown. Will go long. Kemp's in space. Oh, what a volley from Kobe Kemp off the post. That would have been a goal of the season if he hit that one. Hess with a little header, and Brown is in the area. Oh my lord, I don't think I've seen a volley as good in my life. Didn't find it in the back of the net, but wow. That would have been one of the best hat-tricks you would have ever seen.
Without doubt.
Carried completely by the third goal, but hasn't happened. Still 2-1, and City still in the game.
Yes, they certainly are. As now Kemp back onto the ball. Kemp to Vivarelli. To Mees. Vivarelli, he's got the long shot in his back pocket if he does favour it. Hess disappointed with his efforts on that, though. There's Joe McShane. Works well to get past. Now down to Humphrey. Humphrey sends the ball down to the direction of Mac Wilcox. Wilcox knows he has to get onto his bike. Urgency in this cup quarter final. Still Wilcox. Wilcox not delivering when it needs to happen.
Yeah, he's just been a bit indecisive there on that right fullback flank. He's been getting in some good areas, but he's not sure whether to cross, whether to take on, and he does take on this time, and it goes out of play, unfortunately. And again, Kawano happy to take time. And there's Kawano just sauntering up again, and they'll just, again, no appealing from City to make him hurry up at all. So if that was me, I'd be wanting him to take a little bit less time over it. Not there's anything wrong with that. Here's McShane. He's done well. Swaby sliding challenge by Kemp. Lutma will lump it into touch, and McShane back onto it. Kemp will win that header. It's a thumping header from Kobe Kemp, and it'll be Latinovic to take again.
So there was It's now will be a throw-in. Joe McShane. Mana Yontung. That's well done there by McShane. McShane down to the feet of Swaby. Little back heel there. There was a bit of a challenge there on Jacob Hughesley, but play will go on. City now looking dangerous. Jeffrey cleared away. Goodness, you can hear the explicitives from Daniel Syson on the...
For anyone listening there, I don't know if there was too much in that. The ball got won by City player, but this is a little dangerous kind of opportunity from Brown. He just copped a little bit on his way out. So it's like kind of, again, one of those ones where you cop something on your way out. Is it a free kick? Potentially. But we'll get Swaby into space anyway, and he'll try and take it 2-on-1. And can he be the one to get through? Go back to Amenkwa. And, another big challenge. And that looks like Lutmer has won that one, and that will be a free kick to Kingborough. Just trying to sort out what's happening here. A lot of complaining on the touchline. I think both players copped it pretty hard there. I don't know what you make of that, Tanner. It's pretty 50-50 to me. But again, we're not there, and I never want to question referees too much because we need them in the game.
Well, we heard the noise, but we just didn't quite see the final impact. To be fair,
yeah. It was a pretty brutal challenge, I think, from both players. They seemed to be okay and sorted out. No cheese given, and I think temper's simmering down a little bit on sidelines. Here goes Hess with a big lung-busting run. Good sliding challenge. And that's a Mana Yongtung with a nice little follow-through. And Hess, that will be a yellow card for that. That's definitely nowhere near the ball on a counter-attacking opportunity.
I don't know what Hess was appealing there. Without doubt.
I almost think you take that, though, at this point. But, again, it's not adding to the spicy nature of this game.
Yeah, no, you're certainly right. As now City just trying to get back into this one. Humphrey. Lockie Clark just coming up forward for the play. Sends it long into the box. Headed away well.
And he'll go back in. There's a bit of shirt tugging going on, but Kemp comes away with it. He'll get it back into Matt Hess, who's quite achieving game, just doing the things his teams needed him to do. And he'll come out wide. Again, Wilcox providing the galloping run. Can he have any options? It'll be Agyekum to get it. And he'll play it into Murfitt. He'll come back to Agyekum. A little poke through, doesn't get to a City player. Murfitt on the left, a deflection, and Kawano with a little paddle up in the air. Safe in the end. But that's a hairy moment when you see the deflection coming like that. That could have gone anywhere.
It certainly is. Could have gone right over the head of Masatoshi Kawano right there. So he sends it long up into the direction of Hughesley. Well headed there by Latinovic.
Coming over the top. Beautiful header. As I said, I think he's been really impressive from when I've seen him all season, really. So good pick up for City this season, and will get poked over the top. And Kobe Kemp can't get there. And
oh goodness! That was a direct handball there.
It's a yellow card for sure.
Look, I can't.
Coming apart of the seams here a little bit at Lightwood Park.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what's happening out there. It's
goodness me, I've never seen a direct handball like that before.
Well, I don't even know if it hit his hand, but he was just putting the pressure on, and maybe they're just thinking, look, it's stoppage time. We're just going to slow the game down. Don't let him get anything. I've got a yellow card to give. May as well give it.
Yeah.
Do you have to remember cup ties, though, to carry over? So we'll see if that affects.
Yes, we certainly will. As Clark now just goes long to Humphrey. Humphrey right onto his bike. Mees on his tail. Now down to Mana Yontung. Only runs into a brick wall of Vivarelli. Mees.
Come away through Jeffrey. I think it has to be everything on the... thrown at the kitchen sink just for Launceston City to get anything here. Wilcox will launch it in the attacking direction. Come down to Amenquah. He'll go around the corner, and it's a decent little ball to the back post. Swaby's in the area. It flicked out of play, and that will be a corner. And not much time to play here at Lightwood Park. Can Lonnie City put it to extra time? They have a corner.
Yeah, certainly last gasp effort here for City. Humphrey to take. He's got Diesel Murphy just there in the box. He can get on a tall header. Or Latinovic as well. Into the box it comes.
Ooh, well taken by Kawano. He'll just lay on that one as long as he can, and he's been good in the air tonight, Masatoshi Kawano, and it's a good, almost an excellent release of Alex Brown, but he'll track back from Lonnie City defence. It's just McShane slipping over or making a bit of a rash challenge. Either way, Kingborough still have the ball. It's a good ball out for Kobe Kemp. Will he take the shot on it? He might just hold it up. Will he go to the corner as well? I think he has thought that in the end. I've got space to run into the corner. He's got two players on him. He gets it through. Maybe should have just earned the free kick. So City trying to get out. Clark with a lovely little ball through. Dangerous one, but splits the Kingborough press. Now it's all hands on deck here for City. Got the line. Wilcox has gone up forward.
Swaby calling for it on the wing as well. Is now Amakwa. Kwa down to the direction of Quasi. Cross into the box, looking for Murfitt. Well headed away there by Lutner.
Will come away. Good sliding challenge, but only for a Kingborough throw, which is almost worse than just eating a long ball.
We've added 5.
And we are in stoppage time here at Lightwood Park. I think Lonnie City might have one more attack in them, maybe two, if they can get on the ball here. So Kingborough will do anything to keep the ball here. And there'll be another throw for them. And this will be one for the books. Potentially another 2-1 victory for Kingborough against Lonnie City. A couple of weeks in a row. They seem to have the wood over them. Again, a similar pattern of play with Lonnie City scoring a penalty. And, another potential winner. Again, I don't want to call it too close. So while we've got a moment in play, Tanner, who's been standout player for you today? I definitely have to shout out Kobe Kemp for the double, obviously, just coming alive in the second half.
I think personally for me, it's got to be...
I'll let you have a think. I'll put you on the spot a little bit there. And here comes Swaby. Oh, that's a bit of a half shout. Definitely contact. But he gets up and gets on with it.
There might have been something in that, to be fair, but Stratos saying nothing doing.
Yeah, Swaby not appealing too much for it, so they're happy to sort of gauge the reaction of the player.
Yeah, just getting back to my man of the matches. I think Joe McShane has been very well coming in to the lineup, and also Mac Wilcox for City. But you can't go past Kobe Kemp getting the brace in the second half, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of those things where he's just been able to impact the game really nicely, and it's been a really good team performance in the second half by Kingborough. Really just come out of the traps beautifully. And here's Brown. He's got a one-on-one. Can he go on his own? He'll go on the left. He hits it well. It's a great save by Clark. Brown will follow up and he'll go over the bar.
It's a fantastic save there by Lockie Clark, though.
All hands on deck here for City. They're running out of time. They're just going to have to get it launched, I think.
Yep. Absolute last saloon stuff here now.
Yeah. Getting it over to Latinovic. What are they doing here? Just trying to... almost not rushing enough. Latinovic will launch, and that's a decent hit up into the Hugh Sloot direction, and will come down into Vivarelli. He will just go wide. Brown out in space again. Can he put the finishing touches on it for Kingborough? He might be able to. He doesn't want to take it to the corner. He's got Mees there. The ball comes over. Vivarelli at the back stick. Doesn't get to him. It's hit well by Kobe Kemp again. And it'll come away for Humphrey. That's all he could do is put it out of play, and that will be full time. 2-1 to the Kingborough Lions. Really good game of football here at Lightwood Park, and they've done it a couple of weeks in a row, beaten Launceston City 2-1 again.
Yeah, they certainly did. Fair play to Kingborough. They came out as second team in that second half. Just absolutely took it straight to City. Kemp with the brace. Can't ask for much more than that. Captain standing up when needed the most.
Yeah, absolutely. Game of two halves, really. Lions had some passage of play in the first half, but weren't great, to be quite frank. And City, to their credit, played very well and were deservedly 1-0 up at half-time. They've come, out of the traps incredibly in the second half, and Kobe Kemp, you just can't keep him off the scoreboard. Like, he just comes through in those important moments for you too.
There's a reason he's a former MVP, Alex. Great work there by Kobe Kemp.
Yeah, so great match of football today, and good cup weekend. I'll be joining you tomorrow from Birch Avenue for Lonnie United and University in the Women's Statewide Cup. And for now, it is Kingborough through to the semi-finals. I think they have a decent shot of at least making the final this season.
No, they certainly do. They've just knocked off our City, and they were tough opposition. So it'll be very interesting to see how they get in the draw, Alex.
Yeah, we'll see how the draw shakes out. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Alex Mummery. Joining me has been Tanner Code, and we'll see you next time on Football Tasmania TV.